would like to introduce Mrs. Wygant. She has been helping us do the acting. She's my good friend that has volunteered for how many years? 10 years to do Shakespeare with me, so I really appreciate her doing here. So with that, I will let her take it away.
Thank you so much for being here to support these students. We have worked and rehearsed for so long, and we are so excited to perform for you. And there'd be no reason to perform if we didn't have an audience. So we thank you for making this possible, this performance tonight. I want you to know that this is a comedy. In other words, we think it's funny. We hope that you will think it's funny. Therefore, we hope that you will laugh. And you don't feel like you have to keep it to yourself. If it's funny, laugh out loud. Let me hear you do it. Excellent! So we love it when you laugh. We love it when you clap. Again, we do remind you that we have to have the stairs clear and the back way clear because we'll be using those. We want you, as you watch tonight's performance, to look for plots, schemes, tricks, disguises. In fact, nobody's really what they seem. A lot of stuff is going on here. Without any further delay, therefore, let the games begin.
Today we are going to perform for you one of William Shakespeare's best-loved comedies, Taming of the Shrew.
Shakespeare wrote this play about 400 years ago in England. The fact that these plays are still being performed today indicates how timeless the story was.
Here's a quick summary of the play. Catherine, the Shrew, was the oldest daughter of Baptista, a rich man from Padua.
Because Catherine was so mean, no man wanted to marry her, even though she was very rich.
The problem came because Catherine's younger sister, Bianca, was beautiful, kind, and very rich. So she had many men who wanted to marry her.
Among these suitors were
Gremio, Hortensio, and Lucentio.
This is where the story begins, with Lucentio arriving in Padua with his servant Tranio. Lucentio, upon seeing Bianca, falls in love.
it was love at first sight.
Then Petruchio, along with his servant Grumio, arrive on the scene.
He was from Verona and came to Padua looking for a wife.
Petruchio wasn't looking for just any wife, he wanted a rich one.
The fact that Catherine was a mean-spirited woman didn't bother Petruchio.
Because he was a clever, spirited man.
So he takes up the challenge of taming Catherine and making her into the perfect rich wife.
So now sit back, relax, and enjoy
The Taming of the Shrew!
Good servant, here we are in Padua at last. I can hardly wait to begin my studies.
Master, I am glad that you wish to improve your mind. And glad I am that your father is wealthy enough to send you here to Padua for that very reason. But, good master, let us not forget, you owe it to yourself to take some amusement.
Tranio, you don't advise me well. Let's go take a watching fit to entertain such friends. But stay a while. What company is this?
Gentlemen, beg me no further, for I am firmly resolved not to allow my youngest daughter to marry before I have a husband for her elder sister. If either you love Catherine, you may have my permission to court her at your pleasure.
Oh, no thanks, she's too rough for me. Hortensio, will you marry her?
Father, is it your will to make me a fool amongst these fools?
Fools? How mean you this? Not fools enough to marry you.
I would never marry such a you. I'd give you a slap if you asked.
For all such devils, deliver us!
Me too!
Master, the girl is stark mad.
But her sister is sweet-tempered. Let's stand by and listen.
Gentlemen, I mean what I've said. Bianca, go into the house.
It's all right, dear father. My books shall keep me company. Listen, Tranio, doesn't she have a pretty voice?
Senior Baptista, surely you were jesting.
Why will you sacrifice Bianca's happiness, Senor Baptista? Why make Bianca wait to get married?
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I mean what I've said. Bianca, go in. I know she likes music and poetry, so I will get tutors to instruct her. If you know of any such tutors, send them to me, and I will pay them to instruct my own children. And so, farewell, Catherine. You may stay here, for I have more to see beyond to Bianca.
What? I will go too!
You are so bad-tempered. Farewell, sweet Bianca. If I can find a man that will be her tutor, I will send him to her father.
So will I, Senior Gremio. But for just a moment, even though we are rivals for Bianca's love, there is one thing in which we should cooperate.
What's that I've heard?
Why, sir, to find a husband for Sister Catherine, of course.
A husband? Hortensio, even though her father is a very rich man, do you think any man is foolish enough to marry such a beast?
Tush, Gremio. Even though it is hard to endure her screaming, there are good men in the world who would take her with all her faults because she is rich.
I don't know. I would assume he would every morning before breakfast.
But by helping her sister Catherine get a husband, we set Bianca free to marry. Then we can go back to being rivals. Agreed?
Agreed. And I'll have the best horse in Padua to the man who will wed her.
I pray, sir, tell me, is it possible that love of a son should take such a stronghold?
Oh, Tranio, till now I never thought it possible. But while I stood looking on, I confess, I fell in love with Bianca. Advise me, Tranio.
Master, it is no time to scold you now, but you look so longingly on the maiden. Perhaps you didn't notice.
Oh, yes, I saw sweet beauty in her face.
Saw you how her elder sister began to scold?
Tranio, I saw Bianca's coral lips move. Everything was sweet I saw in her.
'Tis time to stir him from his trance. I pray, awake, sir. Thus it stands, Bianca's sister is a shrew. Master, your love must wait.
What a cruel father he is, but he took some care to get schoolmasters to instruct her.
Yes, sir.
I have it, Tranio.
Master, two minds with the same plot.
Tell thine first.
You will be the schoolmaster and undertake the teaching of the maid.
Yes, can I get away with it, do you suppose?
Not possible, for who will act your part here in Padua is Lucentio's son.
I have it. We've not been seen anywhere, nor can we be distinguished for our faces by man or master. You shall be master in my place, and I shall be the maid's teacher whose sudden sight hath thrilled my heart. Hurry, take my hat and cloak.
Since it is your pleasure, sir, I must obey. I promised your father to be helpful.
Hurry, let me pretend to be a teacher for that maid whose sudden sight hath thrilled my heart. Oh, and one more thing. I want you to pretend to be a suitor for Bianca's hand. Don't ask me why. My reasons are both good and bad.
Scene 2, in front of Hortensio's house an hour later.
An old friend of Hortensio's just happens to arrive in town looking for a wife.
His name is Petruchio, and his servant's name is Grumio, and Grumio is not too smart.
Remember, Petruchio isn't looking for just any wife.
He wants a rich one.
Hortensio mentions it's true, but cautions him of her scolding tongue.
Undaunted, Petruchio starts off to Baptista's house. Da-lun, 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 hi-ho, silver away!
Ahem, wrong story. There's no horse, no silver, no hi-ho, remember?
Sorry, I got sort of carried away.
Undaunted, Petruchio starts off to Baptista's house. Hortensio follows, dressed as a music teacher for Bianca.
On their way, they meet some other suitors of Bianca. The suitors thank Petruchio for wooing the shrew.
This is my good friend Hortensio's house. Yes, I recognize it. Knock on the door, Rubio. What, sir? Pay attention. Knock on the door, I say.
Which door, sir?
Hortensio's door, you dope.
Which door is that?
Show you, you idiot!
Help! Help! My master is dead!
It's my good friend Petruchio. What happy wind blows you to Padua from old Verona?
Well, Hortensio, my father died recently and left me pretty well off, so I decided it's time I got married and settled down. But first, I've come abroad to see the world.
Well, I'm glad to see you.
Hortensio, do you know of any marriageable woman with a large dowry? I've come to Padua to find a wealthy wife.
Well, yes, I do know of one. I promise you she is very rich. But you are too much, my friend, and I'll not wish her on you.
Hortensio, if you know a woman rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, be she's ugly as sin, I'll marry her. If she's rich.
'Tis true, sir. Give him gold enough and marry him to a woman without a tooth in her head. It does not matter. Nothing matters to him but money.
Petruchio, I was only joking. Her only fault is that she has a vile temper. Even if I was poor as a church mouse. I wouldn't wed her for a mine of gold.
Quiet, Hortensio. Tell me her father's name, and 'tis enough. For I will woo her though she howl loud as thunder.
Father's name is Baptista Manola, pleasant and courteous gentleman. Her name is Catherine Manola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I know her father. I wish to meet her, and therefore excuse me unless you will accompany me thither.
Oh no, Petruchio, I can't let you. I pray you, let him go. But, all right. However, I must go with you, for I'm in love with Baptista's younger daughter, the beautiful Bianca. He withholds her from me and all other suitors, so Catherine the Cursed has got a husband. Catherine the Cursed has got a husband! So, my friend, will you take me, old Baptista, disguised as a music teacher? I'll use this instrument to instruct fair Bianca, so that I may have leave and leisure to secretly court her.
Very well. Make haste and disguise yourself.
Petruchio, let's stand by a while.
Ah, Senor Hortensio, you are well met. You know where I'm going. It's Baptista Manola. I promised to look for a tutor for the fair Bianca, and by good fortune, I have found this young man. He is well read in poetry and other good books.
Good, and I've met a musician to instruct fair Bianca, beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and not mine, did you prove.
Romeo, 'tis now no time to argue. Here's a man who undertakes to woo cursed Catherine, yea, and marry her for dowry pleases him.
That's wonderful. If he'll do it, Hortensio, have you told him all her faults?
I know she is a shrew. If that is all, masters, I fear no harm.
Where are you from?
Born in Verona, my father's dead, my fortune lives for me, and I do hope good days long to see.
Oh, sir, such a life, with such a wife, a little strange. But if you have a stomach for it, you shall have my assistance. But will you woo this wild cat?
Certainly, that's why I came here. Do you think little din can daunt mine ears? Screaming from a woman will not stop me.
He fears nobody! I promise we'd split the cost of his wooing no matter how costly.
And so we will, provided he wins her.
He will win her!
Gentlemen, may I be so bold? Tell me, what is the shortest way to the house of Senor Baptista Manola?
Hark you, sir, you don't mean to see her, do you?
Perhaps him and her. What have you to do with it?
Well begun, Tranio.
Sir, are you a suitor to the maid you speak of?
For what reason, I beseech you?
Because I'm going to marry her.
That's what he thinks. I'm the one she'll choose.
Gentlemen, please. She may have 1,000 suitors, then one more won't make any difference.
Sir, have you ever even seen Baptista's younger daughter?
No, sir, but I hear he hath two. One is famous for her scolding tongue, and the other for her beauty. Sir, the first one is for me.
Yes, leave that labor to the great Hercules. Sir, you say well, since you do profess to be a suitor.
Sir, the youngest daughter is kept from all suitors until the older daughter be wed, and not before. If that be so, sir, we'll all be in your debt.
Sir, you say well, and since you do profess to be a suitor, you must help us pay this gentleman's expenses.
Agreed. Let us eat and drink as friends.
An excellent idea. Fellows, let's be gone. Petruchio, we shall be forever grateful.
This scene opens in Baptista's house with Catherine terrorizing her sister. Talk about sibling rivalry. Catherine has tied up Bianca and refuses to set her free.
Until Bianca tells whom she loves. But Bianca stays her sweet self. She doesn't get angry.
Please, good sister, unbind my hands. Tell me of all thy suitors whom thou lovest best. Don't lie. Believe me, sister, I have not yet seen that special face which I could fancy more than any other. That's a lie. It's not Hortensio you love best. If you're in love with him, sister, I swear I'll plead for you myself and you shall have him. Oh, perhaps you fancy riches more. You will choose Gremio. Is it for him you do envy me so? Nay, then you jest. Please, Sister Kate, unbind my hand. If that be jest, then all the rest was so. You with all your suitors.
Oh, Catherine! Stop! Poor girl! She weeps! For shame, you devilish spirit! What is thou? Not her! Let her wrong me!
Her silence flies me off your face.
What? My sight! Bianca, get thee gone!
So, you won't let me touch your precious Bianca. She is your favorite. The devil will take Catherine the Curse, but find a husband for a
morrow, neighbor Baptista.
Good morning, neighbor Gremio.
And you, sir, have a daughter. Pray you do not have a daughter called Catherine, or charming.
I have a daughter, sir, called Catherine.
Too blunt, be more tactful.
Sir, I've heard of her beauty, her friendliness, her bashfulness, her mild behavior, and so I've come to see for myself. And for my welcome to your house, I present you with this young tutor for your younger daughter. He can teach Bianca music and mathematics. Will you accept me, sir?
You are welcome, sir, and he too is welcome. But for my daughter Catherine, this I know, she is not for you.
I see. Either you don't mean to part with her, or else you don't like my appearance.
You mistake me, sir. What is your name?
Petruchio is my name. I am old Antonio's son, a man who is well known throughout Italy.
Ah, I knew him well. You are welcome for his sake.
Please, Petruchio, I pray, let me get in a word.
Pardon me, Signor Gremio. I want to get going.
Neighbor, I also have a gift for you. I present to you this young scholar. He has been studying Greek, Latin, and other languages. His name is Cambio. Pray accept service.
A solemn saint, Senor Gremio. Welcome, good Cameo. Gentle sir, you are a stranger. May I be so bold to know the cause of your coming?
Pardon me, sir. I request I may be welcomed among the rest that woo Bianca. I also look towards the education of your daughter, so here I bestowed this small packet of Greek and Latin books. Will you accept them?
Lucentio is your name?
From Pisa, sir, sent to Vicentio.
The richest man in Pisa by report. I know him well. You are very welcome, sir. Sir, lead these gentlemen to my two daughters and tell them that these will be their tutors.
Petruchio is not one to waste time or words.
The first thing he wants to know is how much money he'll get if he marries Catherine.
So much for love, he then reveals his plan as to how he'll tame Kate.
For those of you who have a difficult sibling or spouse, pay attention.
Signor Baptista, I'm anxious to begin. It isn't every day I come to woo. You know my father well, and he left me sole heir to all of his lands and goods. So tell me, if I get your daughter's love, what is her dowry?
After my death, I will leave her half of my lands and 20,000 gold pieces.
Good. Let's draw up a contract between us.
When you have won Catherine's love, for that comes first.
Why, that is nothing.
Well, my good wishes, but be prepared for some unhappy words.
Never fear.
Oh, my friend. Why do you look so pale?
Well, I look pale. It's because Catherine hit me.
Will my daughter be a good musician?
I think she'll sooner be a soldier. Iron may hold with her, but never lose.
Why can't thou break her to the lute?
Because she has broke the lute to me. She struck me on the head with it.
Now, by the world, there is a healthy woman. I love her 10 times more than I did before. Send her to me. Woo her with some spirit when she comes. If she rails, I'll tell her she sings sweetly as a nightingale. If she frowns, I'll say she smiles. If she bids me go out, I'll thank her as though she bid me stay by her a week. If she denied to wed, I'll set the wedding date. But here she comes. Good morrow, Kate, for that's her name, I hear.
Well, you heard wrong or you're hard of hearing. They call me Catherine, those who talk.
You lie. In faith, you're called plain Kate, and therefore, Kate, I moved to woo you for my wife.
Moved in good time. Let him who moved you hither remove you hence. I knew at once to be a movable idiot.
Thank you, a pretty compliment. Now come, sit on my lap.
Me?
It's all right, Kate. You're not too heavy. You're young and light.
Heavy? Too light for such as you to catch, and heavy as weight should be.
Come, you wasp. In faith, you're too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
The way to handle a wasp is to give it a swat.
You wouldn't dare get out.
Nay, come, Kate. I'm a gentleman.
We'll soon see about that.
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
If you strike me, you are no gentleman.
Nay, come, Kate. You must not look so sour.
'Tis my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, there's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
There is.
Then show it to me.
If I had a mirror, I would.
What? You mean my face?
Well, I am for such a young one.
I'm too young for you.
Too young? Then why are you so wrinkled?
Tis who cares?
Well, I care not. Let me go!
Why? I find you very gentle. You're pleasant, courteous, a bit slow in speech, sweet as springtime flowers. You entertain me with gentle conduct. Why, let me see you walk. Why, you don't live.
Go, fool!
Why, you walk like a queen.
Where do you study all of this goodly speech?
From my witty mother.
A witty mother with a witless son.
Am I not wise?
Too wise for your own good.
Let's get down to cases. In plain terms, your father has consented that you be my wife. Your dowry is agreed on, and I will marry you. Now come, Kate, you must be married to no man but me, for I'm he that's born to tame you, and bring you from a wild Kate to a gentle Kate. Here comes your father. I must and will have Catherine for my wife.
Now, Senor Petruchio, how goes it?
It's impossible I should miss.
My daughter Catherine, what's the that?
Don't call me daughter. Now aren't you ashamed of yourself? You have shown a tender, fatherly regard by wishing me wed to a lunatic and a ruffian who thinks with curses he'll bluff his way in.
Father, if she be cursed, it'd be play acting, for she's as modest as a dove. And to conclude, we have agreed that Sunday shall be the wedding day.
I'll see you hanged on Sunday first.
Well, there goes our good fortune.
Be patient, gentlemen. I choose her for myself. If she and I be pleased, what's that to you? We have agreed that she shall still act angry in company. Oh, the kindest Kate, you should see how she loves me. You should see how tame she is when we are alone. Provide the feast, Father, and invite the guests.
Now, I know not what to say, but... Give me your hand! No! 'Tis a match! We will
Father, wife, and gentlemen, I must be off to Venice to buy my wedding clothes. Sunday will come quickly. We have rings and things in fine array. And kiss me, Kate! We're leaving right on Sunday!
Now, Baptista, to your younger daughter. Now is the day we have long looked for. I am your friend and will suit her first.
And I am the one that loves Bianca more than words can tell.
You're too young for her.
You're too old for her!
Now, gentlemen, I will decide this matter. He that can assure my daughter the greatest dowry shall have my Bianca's love. Well, gentlemen, I am thus resolved. You know, on Sunday next, my daughter Catherine is to be married. And on Sunday following, Bianca shall be the bride to one of you two. And so I take my leave and thank you both.
It takes place outside Baptista's house a week later on Catherine's wedding day.
Catherine is crying because Petruchio is late for their wedding.
She's afraid Petruchio is going to make a fool of her and not show up.
But show up he does, in old clothes and a hat.
He doesn't look like a groom, he looks like a clown. Boy, does Shakespeare know how to write a wedding scene.
This is the day that Catherine and Petruchio are to be married. But where is the bridegroom?
I told you he was a fool. Now the world will point at me and say, lo, there goes Matt Petruchio's wife. If it would please him to come and marry her.
Patience, Catherine, and Baptista, too. Upon my life, Petruchio means well. Whatever holds him up, I know him to be honest.
I wish I'd never seen him.
No, girl, I cannot blame thee for crying. For such an insult will vex a saint, much more as sure as I am patient.
Master, Petruchio's coming!
When will he be here?
When he stands where I am and sees you there?
But tell us, what is the old news?
He comes in a new hat and a pair of old trousers. We're better at Russian thus come in no clothes. How are you, Father? What's the matter? Why is everyone staring at me?
is your wedding day. First, we were sad, fearing that you wouldn't come. Now, sadder that you came.
Tell us, what has detained you so long?
Oh, it's a long story and a sad one. But the important thing is that I'm here. But why talk of this? The morning wears, and 'tis time that we were at the church.
See not your bride in clothes such as these. Go to my chamber for new robe.
Not I. I'll see her like this.
I trust you will not marry her like that.
Why, sir, is she marrying me or my clothes? But what a fool I am to chat with you when I should be bidding good morrow to my bride and seal the title with a lovely kiss.
He's up to something.
Too late. He comes with Catherine.
So the wedding ceremony takes place, making Petruchio and Catherine man and wife.
The local friar performs a simple ceremony of blessing the couple.
Then Petruchio decides it's time to leave.
A very unhappy Catherine puts up a fight, but follows.
Gentlemen and friends, I thank thee for your pains, and so is my most patient, sweet, and gentle wife. I know you expected to dine with me today and prepare a great wedding feast, but my haste calls me home, and therefore I need to take my leave.
Is it possible you mean to leave now?
Oh, I must go before nightfall. I thank you all, and so is my most patient, sweet, and gentle wife.
Let me entreat you to stay till after dinner.
Let me entreat you.
I'm content.
Content to stay?
I'm content that you should ask me to stay, but yet we will not stay.
If you love me, stay.
Grumio, my horse.
I certainly be ready to meet the horses.
Nay then, do as you wish. I will not go today, no, nor tomorrow. Not till I please. The door is open, sir. There lies your way. But for me, I'll not be gone till I please. Huh.
Now don't be angry, Kate.
I will be angry, Father. He shall not go till I am ready.
Now it begins to work.
Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool, has she not the spirit to resist?
Don't go forward. Kate must come with me. Oh, we master, what is mine own? She's my wife, and here she stands. Touch her, whoever dare. I'll fight whoever tries to stop me. Grumio, draw forth thy weapon. Whoever set my thieves. Kate, I'll protect you. I'll protect you against the
Quickly, I would have died laughing.
Upon my rashes, number one will lie.
Bianca, what's your opinion of your sister? I think she's well matched. Scene 5 opens with Grumio arriving home to ready his house for his master.
It has not been an easy journey.
First, Catherine's horse falls.
So she gets all muddy.
Petruchio blames Grumio for the horse falling, so Grumio gets beaten.
But Catherine came to Grumio's rescue.
And Petruchio yells at Grumio.
The servants decide Petruchio's the true.
Fie on all tired women, on all masters in all foul way. Was ever a man so beaten? Was ever a man so weary? I am sent before to make a fire, and they are coming after to warm themselves. Oh, Curtis!
Who is it that calls so coldly?
A fire, good Curtis.
Is my master and his wife coming, Grumio?
Yes, Curtis, yes. And therefore, fire. Fire.
Is she such as Shua's reporting?
She was good, Curtis, before this frost. But wilt thou make a fire, or shall I tell on you to our new mistress, whose hand you'll soon feel for being slow?
Please, Grumio, tell me, how goes the world?
Do your duty, for my master and mistress are almost frozen to death.
A fire is ready, Grumio. The news.
I have caught a cold. Where's the cook? Is supper ready, the house clean, and everything in order?
All is ready, good Grumio. Therefore I pray thee, news.
First, know my horse is tired. My master and mistress fallen out.
How?
Out of their saddles into the dirt. They were coming down a steep hill. My master riding behind my mistress.
Both on one horse?
Had you not interrupted me, you would have heard how her horse fell, and she under her horse. You would have heard in how muddy a place she fell, how he left her with the horse upon her, how he beat me because her horse stumbled, how she waded through the dirt to pull him off of me, how he yelled at me, how I cried, how the horses ran away, how her bridle broke, and many things which now you'll never know.
By all this, he is more virtuous than she.
Aye, and you'll find out when he comes home. But why talk of this? Call forth Nathaniel, Joseph, Nicholas, and the rest. Are they all ready?
Oh, call him forth, do you hear? Oh!
Welcome home, Grumio.
Now, my lads, is all ready and all the things neat?
All is ready. How near is our master?
He's just outside by now. Silence! I hear him!
Now the servants see how mean Petruchio has become.
And their sympathies turn to Catherine.
Where be these knaves? What? No man at the door to hold my stirrup? No one to take my horse? Where's Nathaniel, Joseph, Nicholas?
Here, sir.
Here, sir. Here, sir. Here, sir.
You longer-headed knaves! What? No attendance? No regard? No duty? Where's the fool I sent before?
Here, sir, as foolish as I was before.
You peasant! You idiot! Did I not tell you to meet me in the park and bring along these rascal knaves with you? Go! Fetch my supper! Sit down, Kate, and welcome! Food! Food! How can I boots, you rogues? You villains, hurry! You twisted my ankle! Out you rogue! Take that! Nay, sweet Kate, be merry! Some water here! What ho? Where's my spaniel? Find him! Water! You spilled it! You villains! Take that!
Patience, I pray. What's an accident?
You are a beetle-headed, flap-eared knave! Nay, sweet Kate, sit down. I know you must be hungry. Will you get fixed, or else shall I? What is this? Mutton?
Yes, sir.
Who brought it? It's burnt! You know I hate it! Where's the rascal cook? How dare you serve it to me? You know I hate it! Take it back! Cook!
I pray you, husband, be not so angry. The meat was good enough, I think.
Nay, I tell you it was burnt and dried up. Better we fast than feast on such over-roasted flesh. Tomorrow we'll feast, but for tonight we'll fast. Come, Kate, I'll show you to your room.
Did you ever see the like?
He's killing her with kindness.
Where is he?
In her room, making a sermon to her. He claims that she, poor soul, doesn't know how to walk, to speak, and she sits with a slump. Ah, wait for his
Thus I have begun my campaign, and it is my hope to have it end successfully. Tonight she ate no meat, and she shall not. Tonight she slept not, and she will not. Some fault I'll find about the making of the bed, and here I'll pretend that all is done for her sake. In conclusion, she shall not sleep. And if she chance to doze,
I'll keep her awake all night with complaints about the servants. This is a way to kill a wife with kindness. I'll curb her bad temper if it's the last thing I do. He who knows better how to tame a shrew, speak now. I'll gladly listen.
Back to the courtship of Bianca, this scene takes place in front of Baptista's house 2 days later.
Now that Catherine is married and out of the way, it's time to get on with the marriage of Bianca.
Lucentio is still disguised as the schoolmaster.
Tranio is still disguised as his master Lucentio.
And Hortensio is still disguised as the music teacher. As you can see, nobody is himself.
Hortensio becomes quite discouraged with Bianca because he can see she loves her schoolmaster.
So Tranio and Hortensio agree to drop out of the race for Bianca's hand.
Hortensio decides to marry a widow woman because she is kind and has long loved him.
Is it possible that Mistress Bianca doth fancy any other than Lucentio? I tell you, sir, she loves me.
Sir, satisfy yourself in what I have said. Stand by and listen. Now, wasn't I right? Bianca loves none in the world so well as her schoolmaster.
Oh, inconstant womankind! I tell thee, this is wonderful.
Let me tell you the truth. This is a disguise. I'm not a school teacher as I seem to be. I'm called Senior Hortensio.
Ah, Signor Hortensio, I have often heard of you and of your affection for Bianca. Since I see she loves another, I will, if you will, forget Bianca and her love forever.
Senior Lucentio, here's my hand and I firmly vow never to move her more.
I take the same oath. I wouldn't marry her if she would beg me to. See how she adores him?
I will be married to a wealthy widow woman who has long loved me. So farewell, Senior Lucentio. Kindness in women, not their beauty, shall win my love.
Good news! Hortensio has decided he no longer wishes to marry you.
And what of you?
I also have given up for Chase.
Well done, good Tranio.
In faith, he is going to marry a rich widow woman. Now they will be wedded in a day. He'll tame her.
So he says...
Why not? He's gone to the taming school.
The taming school? What, is there such a place?
Yes, and Petruchio's the teacher who teaches how to tame a shrew and quiet her chattering tongue.
This is unbelievable.
Bianca is finally free to marry Lucentio. Now that Bianca is taken care of, let's find out how Catherine is doing.
Scene 7 takes place in Petruchio's house the same afternoon.
Hortensio has gone to visit Petruchio to see how the taming of Kate is going.
What he sees is Petruchio taming Catherine by outsmarting her.
When she wants to eat,
She's told the food is no good.
when she wants new clothes.
She's told they are not good enough for her.
After Catherine is totally worn out, Petruchio says they will leave for her father's house.
Let us see how this scene plays out.
He married me to starve me? Beggars that come to my father's door get more to eat than I do here. But I, who never knew how to beg, am starved for food and giddy for lack of sleep. And he does it all under the name of perfect love.
How fares my Kate? Aren't you feeling well? Mistress, no cheer.
I feel terrible.
Oh. Pluck up thy spirits. Look carefully upon me. Look what I have brought you. I prepared this meat myself. I'm sure so, Kate. This kindness merits thanks. What? Not a word? Nay then, you don't like it. Here. Oh wait, this.
No! Please leave it.
For a service is repaid with thanks, and so shall mine before you touch the meat.
I thank you, sir.
Eat all up, Hortensio, if you are a true friend. And later we'll go to your father's house. We'll dress up in sunken coats and golden rings. What? Have you dined already? Good. My father. Look, the tailor's made to show you some new clothes I've ordered. Come, Tara. Let us see some of your ornaments.
Here's the cap your worship ordered.
This cap was made for a midget's head. It is awful, but take it away. Let me have a bigger one.
I'll have no bigger. This is in fashion, and gentlewomen wears a cap like this.
When you are gentle, you shall have one too. And not to men.
And that will not be soon.
I pray, sir, I may have permission to speak, and speak I will. I am the child. I'll speak my mind, and if you cannot stand it, best you stop your ears.
What thou sayest is true. It is the paltry cap. I love thee well, but
I think thee love me not. I like the cap, and I will have it, or I will have none.
what of the gown? Why, yes, Taylor. Let us see it. Oh, mercy. What stuff is here? What in the devil do you call this?
They make it according to the fashion and time.
But if you remembered, I bid you not to the time. I'll not have it.
Why, I never saw a better fashion gown. It is beautiful. You mean to make a fool of me.
Why, true. He means to make a fool of thee.
She says your worship means to make a fool of her, not I.
Oh, monstrous arrogance. You lie. Away with this rag. I tell you that you ruined her
The gown was made just as Grumio gave order. I gave him no order, I gave him the stuff. How did you have it made?
With the needle and thread.
But did you not request it cut?
Go! Be gone and say no more. Hortensio, sit at the tailor's pain. Go! Away, I say!
Taylor, take no unkindness of his hasty words. I'll lay you for the gown tomorrow. Away, I say!
Well, we'll go to your father's house even in these honest plain clothes. Our persons shall be proud, our garments poor, for 'tis the mind that makes the body rich. Let's see, I say 'tis now about 7 o'clock, and we will be there by dinner.
I assure you, sir, 'tis 2, and 'twill be dinner time before we get there.
It will be 7 or I won't go. And before I do, it will be 1 o'clock, I say it is.
So this is how one came to this room.
Can you believe it? They didn't go to Baptista's house that day because Catherine disagreed with what Petruchio said.
It did not matter that Petruchio was wrong.
And Catherine was right!
They didn't go because Catherine said Petruchio was wrong.
Scene 8 takes place just outside the city of Padua 2 days later.
Bianca is finally free to marry Lucentio.
Wow, 2 weddings in 1 week. But Bianca and Lucentio are being married secretly.
Catherine and Petruchio are returning to Catherine's house for a visit.
Let's eavesdrop and see if Catherine has learned anything.
The priest of St. Luke's Church is at your command at all hours.
What of all this?
Take Bianca to the church. I go to St. Luke's to bid the priest be ready to marry you.
She will be pleased!
Come, Kate, once more towards your father's house. Goodness gracious, how bright shines the moon.
The moon? The sun is bright day.
I say 'tis the moon that shines bright.
I know 'tis the sun that shines bright.
There will be moon or star or whatever I say until we go on.
Say as he says, or we shall never go on.
For since we have come so far, I'll say 'tis the moon or the sun or whatever you please.
I say 'tis the moon.
I know 'tis the moon.
Then you lie. 'Tis the blessed sun.
'Tis the blessed sun. But sun is not when you say 'tis not, and moon changes even as your mind.
Well, well,
So it shall be for Catherine.
well, let's go on. But soft, company is coming. Good morrow, my good woman. Tell me, Kate, and tell me truly, hast thou seen a finer gentlewoman? Sweet Kate, embrace her for beauty's sake.
It will make the man angry to call him a woman.
Fresh, fair, young, and sweet girl. Happy the parents of such a child.
Well, how now, Kate? I hope thou art mad. This is a man, old, faded, wrinkles, and not a girl, as you say he is.
Pardon, old man, for my mistake, for my eyes so bedazzled by the sun.
until you taught Hortensio how to tame her.
Well, as you have seen, Kate is finally catching on.
Hortensio feels like he knows how to tame his wife if he needs to, so he's off to be married.
Scene 9 opens with Lucentio and Bianca breaking the news to Baptista that they were just married.
At first, Baptista was confused because he thought Lucentio was a poor school teacher.
And Tranio was the rich Lucentio.
After he finds that Bianca has married the man that she loves,
Who also happens to be the very rich Lucentio.
Baptista is happy with the marriage.
Petruchio has one final test for Kate before he will let her return home.
and we're happy to say she passes.
Yonder he is, and we are all undone.
Pardon, sweet father.
Father, what do you mean, sir?
Pardon, father.
What do you mean? See how thou hast offended Lucentio?
He is not Lucentio. He is my servant Tranio.
Mario? A servant? You are not Camio's schoolmaster?
Cambio is changed into Lucentio.
Love wrought these miracles. Bianca's love made me exchange places with Tranio.
Oh. Sir, your plainness pleases me well, but what of her dower?
Sir, you know my father to be the wealthiest man in Pisa. I'm his heir and only son. Your daughter, my wife, shall be the richest woman in the land.
How say you, Bianca? Are you happy?
Oh, father, more than I can say.
I am satisfied. The match is made and all is done.
Wasn't that my father? Husband, let's follow.
First kiss me, Kate, then we will.
What? In the midst of the street?
What? Art thou ashamed of me?
No, sir, but ashamed to kiss in public.
Well, then let's go back.
Nay then, I'll give you a kiss.
Is this not well? Come, Kate.
This final scene opens at Lucentio's house that evening.
Where he has had his servants prepare a banquet to celebrate his marriage to Bianca.
Everyone is there, including Hortensio with his new bride.
Hortensio expresses his fear that his new wife may need some taming.
Which leads to a fight between Catherine and the widow.
This gives the man an idea for a bet.
The husbands decide to find out whose wife is most obedient.
Each man is so confident that his wife will come when he sends for her.
That they wager a bet of 100 crowns.
Now we will truly find out which of the three women is the best bet.
My fair Bianca, bid thy father welcome. Brother Petruchio, sister Catherine, Hortensio, and my loving widow. We sit to chat as well as eat.
Nothing but sit, sir, and eat and eat.
Had you afford this kindness, son Petruchio?
Had you affords nothing but what is kind.
Both thy sakes, I would that were true.
Well, well, now on my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
Then never trust me if I be afraid.
You mistake. I mean, Hortensio fears his widow.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Mistress, how you mean this? He that is giddy thinks the world turns round? I pray thee, tell by me.
Your husband, being troubled by a shrew, measures my husband's wife by his own. And now you know it.
A very mean meaning.
And right, I mean you.
And I indeed mean respecting you. After her, Kate.
Get her widow!
Nay, this is no time for marriage.
Smell happy, gentlemen. Here's to thee, lad. A toast to my bride, Bianca. Can you ladies accompany me?
Now, in good sadness, son Petruchio, I think thou hast a very very sure of all.
Well, I say no. And therefore, let's each one of us call for his wife. He whose wife is most obedient shall come when he calls for her, and shall win the wager which we shall propose.
An excellent idea. What shall we bet?
20 crowns.
20 crowns? Why, I bet 20 times as much upon my wife.
100 then.
Agreed. A match is done.
Who will go first?
I will. Tranio, go bid thy mistress to come to me.
Son, I'll bet your half that Bianca comes.
I'll have no halves. I'll pay it all myself. How now? What news?
Our mistress sends word that she is busy and she cannot come.
She is busy and she cannot come. Is that an answer?
Sir, go entreat my wife to come to me.
Oh no, entreat her. Then she certainly will come.
Do what you can, for yours will not be entreated. Now, what news?
Your wife sends word you have some goodly just in hand. She will not come. She bids you come to her.
Worse and worse, she will not come. A wife intolerable, not to be endured. Grumio, go to your mistress and tell her I command her to come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
If that is so, then I've lost the bet and that's the end of it.
Heavens above! Here comes Catherine!
What is it you will that you sent for me?
Where's the sister, Bianca, and Hortensio's wife?
They sit talking by the fire.
Go fetch them hither. If they refuse to come, force them to come. Away, I say, and go fetch them.
Well, here's a wonder if you talk of wonder.
And so it is. I wonder what it means.
It means peace and love and, to the point, a very happy marriage.
The wager thou hast won, son Petruchio, and I will add 20,000 crowns to thy winnings.
Nay, I will show more sign of her new personality. Here she comes with your less thoughtful wives. Catherine, the ugly hat of yours becomes yours not. Off with the ugly hat and throw it underfoot.
Goodness, I would never have a husband this silly.
What a foolish duty this is.
Catherine, tell these headstrong women what duty they owe it to their husbands.
Come now, you're joking.
Thy husband is thy keeper, thy life, thy master, the one that cares for thee. He commits his body to painful work, while thou liest warm at home. He craves no other reward except for love and true obedience. Such a duty a woman owes to her husband. Ladies, place your hands in your husband's hand. My hand is ready to serve.
Now, that's a good wife. Come and kiss me, Kate. Come, Kate, say goodnight. We two are married, but you two are enslaved. 'Twas I who won the wager, and you who lost the fight. And being the winner, bid you goodnight.
Sleep well, Petruchio, for thou hast tamed the shrew.
And with your help, Petruchio, we'll tame our woman too. Petruchio, my lord, are you coming?
Yes, my lady.
everybody. We hope you had a laugh or two. And if you would like to greet the performers, I think they have magically disappeared and reappeared in the hall. Yes? Thank you again for coming.